Welcome back to another edition of Raw is Retro. It's the 10th of May. It's 1999. I'm Lord Manny Hayes, and he is...
Marcus, the grand finale, here live at Raw, where I will hold up a sign that's probably homophobic, or 420, or Harry is gay, or so-and-so is drunk, or...
Shannon has nice boobs.
Yeah, or the sign I like to point out, horny 24/7.
This episode of Raw is coming from the Orlando Arena from Orlando, Florida. Does this still exist, whether it has a new name or not?
I think it has a new name, but the arena still exists.
It is the Amway Arena, and it still exists.
Yep.
Does it?
Yeah. It's where the Magic play.
Yeah.
Or kind of play, because they lose all the time. But the Orlando Magic...
Are you trying to say they don't play? They show up.
They do basketball. They do basketball there.
They show up.
They're part of the NBA.
Hey, the Knicks were like that once upon a time. All the time.
Hey, Manny, at this moment, the Knicks could be out of it.
The Knicks have been eliminated at this point. It's the 30th of April, and I'm saying this.
As they sweep,
if you want us to break the fourth wall,
as they sweep the series, the Knicks are out of it. This is coming from a Knicks fan. They're gone.
So this show opens up with just a recap of Shane dominating Raw last week and Rock and Austin being destroyed.
Yeah.
And they show the corporate ministry and separately the union walking in with their leaders as Vince McMahon is leading the union.
Yeah. Now all of a sudden, and it's this award about to break out. JR said, "My God, war looks like it's gonna break out tonight. The chaos is gonna continue this week."
It's funny that because Vince McMahon is completely against the wrestlers' union and he's part of the union.
Yes. The irony of all of this. That's irony. Oh. My favorite thing about this is thinking about what wrestlers thought about on the 7 days before Raw going on. Like, you know how people consider, I gotta go to work today.
Yeah.
Like, I don't want to go. And then imagine being in the union, quote unquote, you're being underpaid. Gotta go to work today. Let me get my 2x4 because we're gonna be brawling all night. Fuck 'em. Imagine that on both sides.
So the first match is Kane versus Billy Gunn. It was there again.
You know what? I'm going to call it like my solid match of the week. It was there. I appreciate more Kane than I did. I called this my Kane and Boss Man appreciation tour whenever I watched them wrestle because I enjoy their matches.
So, see, what I didn't understand was... Kane gets caught up in the ropes.
Oh, yes, yeah.
Kane is caught up in the ropes. And so Billy Gunn stomps him out. But then in comes Road Dogg and X-Pac to make the save. They had no business coming out. No business coming out. The match was not even over. This was all part of the match.
Billy Gunn, Road Dogg,
yeah, Road Dogg comes out. Road Dogg comes out with no shoes on.
Shows he was in the back. Cause I think
but
he had a match later, right?
Yeah, but then out of nowhere, D'Lo Brown and Mark Henry decide to start stomping out Kane.
Yeah, they turned heel. When did this happen? Them and Ivory all turned heel, and I don't know when that happened.
Yeah.
We want the tag team title, sucker. Yeah. Also, at the start of this match, did the fan attack Billy Gunn? A lady.
Yeah.
Ran out and hugged Billy Gunn.
This is when I knew I never respected Mark Henry ever again. Kane is caught up in the ropes, and he still manages to get choked by Kane.
What a jobber. He had nothing in the tank at this point. He can learn from this.
So here comes the Union. They're coming out with the Shield. These riot guards. The Shield. Clearly the Shield, Marcus.
Yeah.
There's three of them. This is where we got the answer of the Shield. Vince tells Shane to come out here right now. So So here's Shane, flanked by the corporate ministry. Shane says he doesn't need Vince anymore because this is the new family. One day this will be all his. Then the lights go out. And Shawn Michaels pops up on screen.
Before we go into the Shawn Michaels era, who did it better, Shane or Dominic?
I enjoy Dominic a lot more.
Dominic is more comedically better. Shane is just mean and nasty. And he's a horrible human being.
Well, you can say whatever you want when you're Shane. Different.
Yeah.
Dominic is getting natural heat without saying anything.
Yeah. Let the man speak. Let the man speak.
And this, of course, is even before Shane starts falling off things, where people start actually cheering for him when he comes out. He thinks Shane's matchmaking last week was okay, but let's see how good Shawn can do it. First of all, he's going to add Vince McMahon as a second guest referee at Over the Edge. So we're continuing the hard-on for special guest referees.
There's been 20! If you were on the Raw roster, you were the special guest referee. Were you really on the Raw roster? Were you really there?
As for tonight, we're going to have a lumberjack match with Farouk versus Bradshaw with the Union as the lumberjacks.
The fuck, Sean?
There's only 4 of them.
Yeah. You're making a fight to the death for no reason.
They're going to have Test versus the Big Boss Man on a nightstick on a pole match. I think this might be the first one. I think this might be the first one in this series of Raw is Retro we've got something on a pole match.
The match still makes no sense.
Third is the Mean Street Posse versus the Stooges in the loser leaves the WWF match.
Last week. Ken
Shamrock versus China, which we find out later in the night. Ken Shamrock has reservations.
Hold on, Manny. You are underselling this. As a promoter, I am disappointed in you. The world's most dangerous man versus the world's most dangerous woman. I want to know what's going to happen. I want to see when these two people collide. I want to see Brock Lesnar versus Ronda Rousey. That's basically what this would be the modern of this is in wrestling.
Nah,
like
Marcus.
It'd be like Nunez or something, but
Marcus, no. Brock Lesnar, no, Roman Reigns versus Barefoot Charlotte.
No. That's not the world. They're not monikers of the world. They're not dangerous people. I mean, they are the best of the best of the best. But they're not the dangerous people. This is they rebuild. This is like, and then if you had the world's most strongest man in this one, we could have a Guinness World Record of just a woman getting her ass whooped. That's kind of what's going on. Sean ain't shit for this one.
You think he ain't shit for that one? He ain't shit for Big Show versus Paul Bearer.
Yeah.
If anyone interferes, Undertaker loses his title shot at Over the Edge.
Him and his ironclad contract as the commission. He can do whatever he wants. Well, he just disbanded the corporate ministry, which seems to be a menace.
He also puts Viscera and Mideon versus Cactus Jack. Debra versus Sable in an evening gown match for the women's title. If Sable doesn't show up, she's stripped of the women's title. And finally, it's a huge main event. Undertaker, Triple H, and Shane McMahon versus Stone Cold Steve Austin, The Rock, and Vince with a special guest referee.
Yes. Me.
Shawn isn't done. He has the Riot Guards unmasked, and it's Briscoe and Patterson and Shawn Michaels, who claim to have been in San Diego.
He's like, the weather's here in San Diego. It's much better than Florida. So I am going to be... So whatever Sean's plan was, I don't understand why we get this striptease. And then Sean repeatedly hits his genitalia with the microphone. And then passes the Vince. The drugs have totally taken over Sean.
So the first match of the night, Big Show versus
That was so annoying. I was going to say, that
Why?
was so annoying. Watching him hit his genitalia with the microphone repeatedly and strip. It
What
was just like,
in
why?
2020? Watching this in 2023, or watching this when you watched it when you
In
first
99,
came
I
out?
probably wouldn't even notice him hitting this genitalia. I'm just going, yeah! He has some revenge, Shane! Cheering for Vince and shit.
Big Show versus Paul Bearer. Well, Sean drags Paul Bearer, who's officially like crying.
Yeah, and then he jumps onto the commentary table. Big Show lay him out. He lay that busted down, and then he gave him an elbow. Grabs the microphone and tells Sean, "Can we release the stipulation when the Undertaker can't come out, please?" The crowd does not hear Sean's response, so I'm assuming they're going to be like, I guess he said yeah. As Undertaker doesn't travel alone, brings the entire corporate ministry with him, proceeds to whoop Big Show's ass, and all hell breaks loose.
But then the union comes to make the save, but yeah, no, the corporation, the corporate ministry runs away. Still on the commentary desk, we get Shawn Michaels, and then he's overseeing Debra versus Sable. Sable gives us the final grind. We won't see her ever again.
It's not. No. We get her again when she returns to SmackDown in that feud with Tori, I think.
Yeah, in 2020, in 2003.
Yeah. That's where she find her mans.
We don't know if this is going to be a thing in 2000 in 4 years.
Yeah, but we didn't know she was going to be gone after this. So the evening out happens. There's shenanigans and Debra gets stripped right off the jump. Shawn goes in full. He's calling Nicole Bass a man the entire time. Leave me alone, mister. And all that.
Step off, mister.
Yeah, and he was like, the winner of the Eating Gal match, which is, I think this might be the worst title change in the history of title changes. The winner of the Eating Gal match is the person that loses their clothes. Ha 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 ha. Because I think we're all winners now. Debra, you're the new women's champion. And I'm going, no, that's not justice. But now for this
I don't even recall if she ever defends that title.
No, she just walks out with it. I don't remember ever seeing her defend it, to be honest.
I think it's just an additional weapon for Jeff Jarrett to use.
Does she lose it to Stephanie? I feel like that happens. Is that who Stephanie beats?
I think so, but that's not till November.
Yeah, probably some time. Jesus. I don't know when Debra loses this title, but this is the worst title change in the history of wrestling. And I, for this day, Manny, am no longer acknowledging any women's champion until Sable get her justice. Acknowledge her. She has never lost the title in a sanctioned legal way.
So we get a big Bossman versus Test. Bossman basically gets something. I don't know what he has. He nails Test and then obtains the nightstick and then finishes off Test. Test in a night where he could have won, when all things were in his favor, still manages to lose.
Yeah. So Bossman has secret the modern, I think, nightstick. Well, it's not modern, but it's another form of a nightstick where you can just pull out, because Bossman has that million pockets. Just went hit him with it. I don't know what he did was illegal, but that's justified. I just feel like the pole match is so stupid. Why are we climbing up to get one weapon when I'm whooping his ass already?
Do you know another match that I hated around this era? The flag match.
USA chance for everybody.
Val Venus goes on a rant against Jeff Jarrett and he wants to face him tonight. No, Shawn Michaels booked 8 matches.
Yeah.
Just step off, Val.
Yeah, we're booked.
Midian and Viscera versus Cactus Jack. This happened.
So in the union thing, this is the return to Cactus Jack. But Shawn decided, I'm going to put Mick Foley in a handicap match against 7,000-pound Viscera and Midian. I just don't feel like Mick Foley got a fair deal out of all this. It did have the return right in the match after the lumberjack match. Mick Foley takes another chair shot to the head that makes me go, oh no, why Mick?
Yeah, he still manages to win though.
Yeah.
I
don't want to hear the old generation talk about selling when Mick Foley took a chair to the face. Just got up. Showed up in the next match.
Farouk and Bradshaw. Farouk doesn't want to fight.
Mick Foley's out there. Mick Foley just out there.
Bradshaw just decides to, I'm gonna fuck you up.
Yeah, but is this the invention of the dam? Because he goes, I'll be damn.
I think so.
And then Jim Ross goes, damn. He didn't want to do it. And I was like, this seems like the invention of the dam, where it just really hits. Because this is the first time I think I've heard Farouk go, damn. Like that.
What actually happened in this match? Because I can't remember for the life of me. Farouk comes back. The Lumberjacks come in and fight, yeah. And then the Union get in the ring and the corporate ministry runs, leaving Viscera behind to take a beating.
Yeah.
He ain't fast.
90% of every segment, brawl breaks out, corporate ministry walks out, corporate walks back, corporate ministry walks out again.
The Mean Street Posse
versus Pat
Patterson. The Mean Street Posse versus Pat Patterson, Gerald Briscoe. The amount of brother jokes. The amount of brother jokes. I think I've heard this music before somewhere.
Yeah, brother. Don't call me brother. Pat Patterson ripping the shirt. Anyway, they beat the Mean Street Posse, and then Pat Patterson goes shirtless. And then JR says something that I don't think I picked up in '99 as a kid. When he goes, "He's single, fellas. He's single, fellas." And I was going, "Oh, I never even picked that
up." Jeff Jarrett versus Val Venus.
The battle for Debra's soul? I don't know. Who is the new women's champion at this point? Is this where he goes for the money shot and then Debra gets on the apron and he's distracted? You would think a porn star would be immune to this shit.
Well, yeah, she takes off her jacket. Val's heads up. You know what's coming now. Jeff nails Val Venus with the women's title for the pin.
Yeah, and becomes no. That's the Godfather. He does that too. But you think Val would be immune to seeing some titties if he was a porn star, but I guess not. Not them titties.
No, that's a kryptonite.
Not them. Yeah.
All that blood starts rushing from one head to another head.
Yeah. Whoops! Don't know what I was going to do. I was going to beat Jeff Jarrett, but now, I decided not to.
Shamrock comes out in his John Cena gear.
John Cena Shamrock.
If you actually watch Raw's Retro, the payoff to Marcus's big theory was on Smack to the Future. So make sure you go watch that, because I got severely swerved because I did not know he was going that way, and there was a lot of John Cena and Ken Shamrock comparisons made.
Yes, the hustle lawyer, the respect, the jorts, the jerseys, everything that was going on. It was just like, oh shit, this is the birth of John Cena right here. And he finally found somebody to nail it. Shamrock is conflicted about fighting a woman, hitting a woman. Apparently back in band camp or wherever he was at, it was always punishment if you lay hands on a woman. And he didn't know if he was going to do it. Meanwhile, 2 seconds into the match, he puts hands on a woman.
Yeah, he gives her the he gives her the belly to belly suplex as he snaps.
Yeah.
But this is as Ken Shamrock. This is as Triple H goes up, come to the ring.
Yeah. I'll tell you, hit a woman. You're a piece of shit. She's the world's most dangerous woman, but you're the world's most dangerous man. We see who'll win here. I don't know. So we get the 6-man. Shawn as guest referee, and The Rock is coming in with a broken arm. Shane jumps Vince before everyone can come in. Rock comes to beat up Triple H, but Undertaker plants Vince with a tombstone. Rock and Triple H fight in the ring as Undertaker strangles an unconscious Vince with a cord. Just never understood choking somebody while they're unconscious. I mean, they're kind of dead.
And then Austin comes out after like maybe 10 minutes of whatever.
Yeah, like, where was the match going to start? You were the Rock's tag partner, damn it. Partner. And you just here. Always making dramatic entrance.
Yeah, Austin pulls Vince off Shane, and instead gives Shane another stunner for the wait. Vince off Shane. Instead, it's a second stunner to give Austin the pin. There you go.
Yeah.
That was
Way to
Raw.
read. Yep. Who's your MVP, Manny?
My MVP?
Yeah.
Debra.
Ah, no! She took my MVP! She captured the goal, and then moments later, she calls Valvinus a match. Big win for Debra. No one's ever won this way. Even though I still want justice for Sable, it's just, Debra is the MVP of the show.
So is that also your MVP of the night?
Yeah, we have a shared MVP.
What is your moment of the night?
Moment of the night is it's tough. I don't want to give it to Mick Foley for just taking shots in the head, or I don't know. Paul Bearer taking Big Show's elbow. Nah, I don't know. You go first, and I'll try to figure out something.
Mine is the final grind for 4 years. We might not even be doing this in 4 years to celebrate the next one.
We may come in and do a special edition show, even long after the show's been done. Everything come back. The anniversary of the next grind. It finally happened again. I guess my moment of the night would be, Sean's mystery video when he decides to show up.
No, I don't know. You're going for the swerve.
When he swerved us all, and he was actually here tonight. But also, he was refereeing, and then it was the first time Sean's been in the ring. It gave us all hope that he was going to return to the ring. But he never did. It was like 5 more years.
Yeah. 2002, wasn't it? He came back?
Oh, maybe 3 more years.
Yeah. So that is the end of today's show. Make sure you like the video and subscribe. If we haven't hit 5 million subscribers by now,
a puppy's going down.
Yeah. So
cute
make sure you like the video, subscribe, watch all the other content. There's only one other thing left to do.